Hello and welcome back to Try Talking. You're here with your host, Gav Godkin, and we've got a very special guest today. It's the QM, Mr. Mark Terracini.
Thank you, and thank you for having me back on Try Talking. I mean, it's been a number of years since we've had been on the show, and it's great to be back on the air.
Well, don't get too comfortable, Mark. I asked the questions today, and I'll put it to you straight up. Mark, there is talk that there is a lack of direction within the QUON. It's on the dribble. I'm hearing it. What do you have to say?
Look, I understand what you're saying there, and I think it's a small part of the QUON that's bringing this in. There's a small arm flapping section of the QUON, and I believe it is led by one particular person, Scott William Preston. So let me ask you this. Where was Scott William Preston at the Christmas Shambles? Where was Scott William Preston at the Family Triathlon? Where was Scott William Preston at the QM final race event? Where was Scott William Preston at the State of Origin 1 handover ceremony? Where is Scott William Preston each week at the Shambles? Where is Scott William Preston each week at the Hot?
Well, Mark, that's a lot of questions there. But I'll put it back to you. Is this more widespread than one William Preston, as you so call him?
I agree there is some small sections of the QUON that are flapping their arms, and that's what they are, Gavin. Arm flappers. They're sitting there flapping their arms, typing their little emails from their computer, but we don't see them. Sit there flapping. Flap any more and they'll be flying above us. That's what they think. They think they're flying above us. Flapping, flapping, flapping. And I say it is only a small section of the QUON, and this needs to be sorted out.
Well, how are we going to sort this out, Mark? What do you propose here today? Is this a battle cry? Is this a call to arms?
Gavin, I've set a 5-point plan. The 5-point plan was presented at State of Origin 1. Those that were in attendance were inspired by those 5 points. They all know what they need to do. We all know what direction we're all heading. This will be the greatest year in QUON history. I'm here to lead. I am passionate about the QUON, and we are going into a magnificent year that'll be history-breaking.
And Mark, people are asking, when are these things going to come out? What do you say to that? They're asking, when are these races? They're flapping around.
And the reason they're asking this is because they're excited. They can see the future developing. They can see the blue skies. They can see things are happening. And in goodness of time, these things will be presented to the QUON.
In the short term, Mark, what would you like to see with the QUON?
I'd like to see more of the QUON out there. Get out there, have a crack, go hard. Don't sit behind your computers flapping your arms. I don't want any more arm flappers. I want doers. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I want doers. I want people of action. I don't want arm flappers. Get rid of the arm flappers, I say.
Now, look, one more question, because I'm new to this sport. Project Lactate. Now, I've heard that being bandied around. Everyone knows that you've got the lactate record of the AS of 32. Is that something that we're going to see, this Project Lactate? Because I think I'm excited by the name.
Gavin, you will be very excited with some of the events that are planned for this coming year. And yes, they do involve a lot of lactate. I intend to have the races set that every individual person will be producing their max lactate to the eyeballs. Doesn't matter whether you're the slowest in the QUON or the fastest in the QUON. Your eyeballs will be popping out with lactate.
Interesting, Mark. It's been great having you on Try Talking. But the final word must, of course, go to you.
Gavin, thank you for having me on the show. But what I will say to wrap up is ask not what the QUON Master can do for you, but what you can do for the QUON Master. Somebody do something. Somebody do something. Somebody who's out there do something. Somebody do something. No, I don't want to do anything. Somebody. I can't do anything. Somebody do something. No more somebody help me. Come on.